Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about all of the reveals from day 2 of Hasbro PulseCon, including that amazing Haslab Sky Striker, and we'll be joined by our good friend the Mad Hatter himself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello everybody and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me as always is my good friend John. John, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Sorry to your bow socks, by the way. It was tough yesterday.
You know what? I didn't have to witness it.
That's good.
The show ended. I saw the score, went to bed.
And so excited to have a good friend of the show back with us today to talk about day 2 of PulseCon. Our good friend Near from Mad Hatter. Welcome, my friend.
Hello, guys. Hello, Jay and John. Thank you for bringing me back. There were rumors that I wasn't coming back, and I was like, that can't be true. I had a good time with those guys, but my DMs just lit up. So I'm happy to be back and happy to talk toys, as they say.
Yeah, happy to be here. Look at this, Hatter. Love Mad Hatter. A lot of Hatter love.
All right.
Hello.
Those are all my cousins and some friends that I had paid off. I did notice I chuckled a bit because I saw the intro and I remember I was like, that's me in mid cursing about the scare go. I don't know if I didn't want to blow up your spot if that was going to be a point of conversation, but yeah, I saw that. Made me laugh.
Love all the videos you do. Love your perspective. Love your take on the toy industry and toy collecting. It's honestly, there's no one like you on YouTube, and I think that's what makes you great.
Thank you.
But the best thing you do, and I feel bad how much joy I get out of your pain. It's like not okay. Your toy pre-order videos, I feel like, is some of the best stuff on the internet, and that one, it hurt at the same time. It burned me because I couldn't get the other scare glow, and I'm like, whenever you get into like a line late, there's this sort of like courting process where you're like, oh, yes, maybe I'll get one thing from here, maybe I'll get one thing from there. I missed the other scare glow, and I was like, okay, this is going to be my chance to get in, and then I saw 1,000. And then all of my receptors, because I've been through, I was like, Scare Glow's real popular. Surely there's more than 1,000 people that want him. And indeed there was. And yeah, it's that one really burned me. And I don't know. I don't know my future with the Mondo line. It's a tough model. It's like I know that Hot Toys guys do that. I know that it's like, and more than $200. I mean, $350 and or whatever. But like, it's real tough to kind of justify $200 figures. And so I don't know. This is kind of new to me. Not toy, but like the Mondo model. So I don't know. I don't know what my future will be. Well, yeah, I did. Oh, dang it! I want to pull up the thumbnail, or at least to your video.
Oh no!
But anyway, let me see if I can skip this out. The ads pulling up. But anyway. Maybe if I go to your channel, it'll show it here on the front page. Wait a second.
Sure. I'm sure it's there.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. But it's so small. It's like I want the big one.
Oof. That's
just caught it.
Yeah. You
But so yes, if you don't know what we're talking about,
there it is.
There it is.
It looks like I'm about to release a good one right there. Yeah, that's
yes. Yeah. So that's a great. I can't believe I was able to pause it right there because that's
no, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Yeah, I feel I feel for you because like I saw it at PowerCon. They had it there in the display case on the Mondo booth, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Not a chance in hell I'll be able to get that. There's no like Mondo, as far as I'm aware of, is one of the worst pre-order experiences because they just go out instantly. Like it's insane because Mondo has beyond just toy collectors, like the poster collectors. Poster collector people are crazy. It's just I think Mondo's just a different level of toy pre-ordering, and so I'm bummed it didn't work out for you.
No, it's all right. It's an odd model, and they make some great posters. They had a really nice one It was a Batman the Animated Series of Two-Face, and they had sort of like a white version and a black version. And but again, it's like I was there, ready, credit card ready, 5 minutes before, and then just like nothing. I mean, it's seconds. So I don't know whether their model thrives on, let's just stay real limited, or I know that it could be the kind of thing where they're contractually only able to put out 1,000. I really don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Sucks.
Yes. Sorry, but maybe it's for the best. Now you don't have to like stress about Mondo ones anymore because they're expensive. Put that money into about $220. That's about what that new Sky Striker is on Haslab. So you put that money elsewhere, right?
Nice transition. Yes, I agree.
So, the reason we are gathered here today with our special guest is it's Hasbro PulseCon, which is supposed to be this big toy event. And this is the second go around with this big event. And the first question I want to ask is, the second time around, does it live up to its kind of billing as this big toy event that is an equivalent to a Comic-Con or something like that? Near your thoughts, and we'll go to yours, John.
I mean, is it just the second time around? I feel like Hasbro PulseCon they do a good job of kind of embedding that in your brain. I don't know. It's tough to say. I'm like a guy who used to go to San Diego Comic-Con every year. I know you guys are probably the same. And everything is sort of coupled with this kind of, you're at this new place, you're going into the convention. And Hasbro was always, I mean, it's got to be top 3 in terms of like the big booths and the big reveals and everything like that. I think that this is sort of like a mini, this is really the only version that they can do of this. I mean, in the climate that we're at. I don't know. I don't want to say I feel underwhelmed because they had some really interesting reveals, especially today. The G.I. Joe stuff killed it. So I think, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with their trajectory as far as they're going. Again, it's not Comic-Con. It's not you get to the booth and you see the panels and this and that. But, I don't want to be – I like it. I mean, I've been having a good time with it.
Well, yeah, it's for me this weekend, I think, was saved by G.I. Joe because holy moly, it was insane.
Yeah,
John, we were texting earlier, and what was we were both talking about getting out of classified.
Oh my God!
What did you tell me?
Oh man, I said just when I packed up all my classifieds, because I did. The last toy show that me and Jay set up at last month, he brought all of his classifieds. I repackaged all of mine because I saved all the boxes, brought them to the show to put out in my booth. And I just couldn't do it. And I put them back under my table and I brought them home and they're in my closet. I'm like, what am I going to do with these? I have no idea. Full disclosure, before seeing the panel today, I bought a lot of sealed classified figures on G.I. Joe on eBay last night.
They got you.
They got me. And
they got you
right back in.
Yeah.
Sucked me back in. Big
time. But wait, hold on, John. You said you did that you said you did that before the reveals.
Yes.
So this in anticipation of the reveals, or just kind of...
I think I was just trying to put some good luck into it.
Got it. Okay.
Because I bought some army builders. I bought a couple things I didn't have yet.
Ooh. And what army builders, if I may ask?
I got another Cobra Island Viper, another Cobra Island Trooper.
Oh, excellent. Nice.
Yeah.
Because I have almost everything already.
Right.
Except for the exclusive Snake Eyes.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't think you really need, to be honest. I had that at one point. I think the normal release is fine.
Yeah. And now they have the Timber one too.
I do want to check in with Dan Larson from Toy Galaxy posted. Yes, let's talk Sky Striker. If you saw his Instagram post today, chef's kiss. It is fantastic. Obviously, head over heels for Sky Striker. But so should we just jump into the Sky Strikers? I feel like that was a surprise. Like there was actually so many surprises, and maybe that's why the Joe panel was so. I mean, there was a leaked list before, I believe, but I don't know. Like all the panels so far, like every reveal is like, and the coolest reveal was the Proton pack, which wasn't even a reveal. We're gonna get that on the one you have to pay for on Wednesday.
Yeah.
The 1027 thing. We'll talk about that later on. But yeah, we lamented how, or kind of, that Ghostbusters was going to get a Haslab before Joe, and look at that. The Sky Striker is going to be a thing, and it's the first G.I. Joe Haslab. But thoughts here on, one, the Sky Striker, but then two, O-Ring Joe's coming back.
I thought that was interesting. I was like, it's one of those things where I think people, at least I did, I've been so in classified mode that I forgot sort of the kind of like ancillary or offshoot things. But once I saw Sky Striker, I'm conflicted, honestly. I think the Sky Striker, I mean, it's beautiful. It comes with lots of stuff, but it's odd. The classified, maybe it's just because I'm so in classified mode right now that I really don't know what I'm going to do with like a 375-inch vehicle. And so I'm conflicted, because part of me is thinking, I do a G.I. Joe setup, and maybe I kind of like, because I'm all classified now. I do a G.I. Joe setup, and maybe I kind of have that as sort of like almost like a dio or a background piece, and that would look awesome. And it looks amazing. I'm just looking at the video. It looks amazing. It comes with so much stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might not go in on this one, even though this is, I mean, it's gorgeous. So yeah.
John, what's your thoughts? You on predictions and stuff were like, why aren't they doing O-rings? What are these just doing 25 figures getting O-rings? And then, so your thoughts, I'm really curious your thoughts here.
Yeah, I'm extremely surprised. So surprised that, first of all, not just Sky Striker, but the O-rings themselves. They've been putting so much into their retro collection of 3 3/4, and this is, I mean, why did it take so long for them to do this? They shouldn't have even done that 3 3/4 retro series in that 25th anniversary body style. They should have just went all in on O-rings.
Yeah,
we've had years of the 25th anniversary bodies.
Well, and it's Brandon 3G. I have Brandon 3G making a good point. Do you think they're going to kill the current retro line for the new O-ring retro line? It should be, right? Like, why even have those anymore?
Yeah,
they should. I mean, this isn't even a coin flip decision. It's just they should call Walmart and say, "Hey, throw them out." But this is incredible.
Yeah, and so
it's amazing.
So like I feel like I had the opposite feeling from you, and I think a couple others in the chat. I think Ashman 55 is an easy pass for me since it's in a smaller scale. But for me, like I kind of took the classifieds off, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these.
Yeah.
But seeing this and seeing the O-ring scale, like the 3 3/4 inch scale and new characters in the retro style and with this package, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go back to 3 3/4.
You think this would get you back in? Just like
so.
Yeah.
I think so, because, and it may be, and this isn't a humble brag or anything, but I have a spot for it right here on my flag. Just put it right over there.
Oh, look, I got the flag. Where'd that show up?
How did that get there? But with the stand, it could like be flying off the front of the thing, and I think that's what clicked. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to be displayed like that. That'd be so freaking neat. Yeah. And the separate landing gear, so you can actually have it flying without the landing gear, like the wings out without the landing gear being down.
Yeah.
For me, I was just really pumped about it, to be honest. But so pumped about this one that I was like, you know what? I think I'm even more sure that I'm past classifieds and that I'm actually doubling down on whatever this ends up being. If there's an actual like O-ring retro line, even though I have most of the figures, but they kind of bring in new figures.
Yeah.
Like this one's doing. It's kind of thing I think we wished Kenner Classics did, where they just kind of re-release current like existing figures. I mean, they kind of brought some new people in, and if they do that with this line, I think there's a lot of potential here for the O-ring line, and this Haslab is a big piece of that. Yeah,
it's tough. I mean, I think for most people, you can get devoted to one line or the other. I think it's very tough to justify, I'm going to collect classifieds,
and I'm going to collect 3 3/4 scale figures. The problem from the jump. I remember when they first showed the first classified figures in the scale of the scale of it all.
Mm-hmm.
People I know were saying, G.I. Joe is one of those lines that's so interconnected to its vehicles. How are they going to do vehicles that are sizable enough for the classified figures? You're only going to get figures. And I think people just were like, well, the sculpts are really cool. Let's just dive into it. Yeah. But I mean, even lines that I love, I mean, let's say, I love G.I. Joe, but like Ninja Turtles or whatever, I can't jump into, I mean, I do. I have a few lines, but they kind of go together, meaning like Super 7 and NECA stuff. But like, I don't know. It's a little. They make you choose. I feel like at the end of the day. So, and I might jump ship too. I don't know, but so far I'm kind of like in classified mode. They're
amazing figures. There's no doubting that. John, where do you side since you kind of doubled down on classified? Are you were so big on O-rings? Is this just now a concurrent thing, or is this just you're gonna not back this set?
I'm just not gonna back this. Okay. I don't need a Sky Striker. Mm-hmm. If they do release
Stan Larson, don't listen.
Okay, so I'll follow it up with this.
Okay.
If this was a Night Raven, take my money.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Night
Raven is arguably the coolest plane G.I. Joe.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
But all the villain stuff, the bad guys, that's my jam. If they do end up releasing single carded O-ring figures, I'll probably get into it. But it's not going to be the kind of thing where I'm going to pre-order or hunt down specifically. It's going to be if I find it in the wild and I want to pick it up, I'll pick it up. And it's going to be the same with classifieds now.
Dan's doubling down. If you want the Night Raven, you got it.
I know, Dan.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Everything will depend on the sales of this.
Yes.
This is the first G.I. Joe Haslab. This is the maiden voyage. If this one doesn't sell gangbusters, you might not see anymore.
It's a tall order too, right? What is is it 9,000?
Is it?
I think,
I had it
minimum.
up.
Oh, 10,000. 10,000 is the
10,000.
And it's already at 2,700 backers, which is about what Rancor was yesterday. And Rancor is at over 3,000 backers.
Mm-hmm.
But Rancor is going to easily cross that line.
You think so? And that's kind of my question now. This is kind of crazy. It's unprecedented for Hasbro, where you have a Star Wars Haslab, you have a G.I. Joe Haslab, and in 3 days, you're going to have a Ghostbusters Haslab with the Proton Pack.
Yeah.
And everybody's wallets in 45-ish days are going to be obliterated.
Especially, the Proton Pack, it just by itself. I mean, did they give any tease on what that? Okay.
Nothing on price, just that at that exclusive 1027 event, I assume, because it was on that little placard, that'll be unveiled there. And I think, John, you said yesterday that you were in on the Rancor, but now knowing the Proton Packs out there, you're like, I need the Proton Pack more than the Rancor.
Yep. I gotta save my pennies for a Proton Pack.
And I was exactly the same. I was like, Rancor is cool, but the Proton Pack is a must-have, and I can't back this till I know what that price is. Near, what's your thoughts on with Proton Pack or Rancor? Like, what are you thinking? Because you've backed have you backed everyone so far? Or?
I've backed I backed the Unicron. I backed Galactus, and I backed the Sentinel.
Yep.
I also just took a massive hit on the. I also gave $750 to Hasbro for an Optimus Prime.
Me too.
I saw that. Yes, and I do not regret. I regret not a thing. I'm in love with that thing, and I have lots of plans for it. So I'm not. This is not me saying I regret, but I'm out on all three of these. Just because I'm just justifying space plus what lines I'm going to collect plus now if this was a classified vehicle, I don't know. And if it was, it would be $600. It would be 3 times the price. So you couldn't do it anyway, and I wouldn't have the space. The Proton Pack, although I love it, I can. I haven't dived into Ghostbusters for a while, so I will admire that one from afar. And I'm guessing that'll probably cost $1,000 or I mean it's going to be beautiful, but and then in terms of the Rancor, I have not. I've weaned myself away from Star Wars. The only stuff that attracts me Star Wars is usually. I mean, it would be the Rancor. It's usually kind of like the desert themed stuff, like Cantina, Jabba, like anything. I'm not a Hoth guy. I'm not an Emperor guy. I'm not. But anything that takes place in the desert. So the Rancor looks appealing. But I'm happy to say I will be passing on the Rancor as well, even though it's probably going to be awesome.
I love how much Dan is into the Sky Striker. He's like,
he loves it. Yeah. Yes, and he's absolutely right. A classified Sky Striker would not be practical, and
but it'd be cool though.
Be awesome, yeah.
But Dan grew up around aircraft, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I believe so. Yeah, and that's the special connection, Top Gun, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate the perspective there, but I do have to ask: did they make a mistake going 3 3/4 with their first Haslab G.I. Joe set, or should they have gone with a classified big something?
I think that this is going to test the reach of classified because I don't know what it is. I don't I know in our circles and circles that everybody's into classified, but I don't know what it means to the world. And so this will be the test.
Yeah, John, what do you think?
I think they want to get both out there, both scales in the market, just like Star Wars, Black Series, Vintage Collection, Black Series Junior. I think they want to comfortably have both out there existing at the same time and offer products at the same time all year. This is, like Mad Hatter says, this is the test rabbit. They're going to, see what the numbers bring, because say if this goes to, opens up all the unlocks, everything is funded,
which I think is at 18,000 backers, I believe.
Yep. So if 18,000 people can pay $230?
It's $229. So yeah, $230.
Yeah, $230.
And then they'll know, okay, we can make 18 or 20,000 minimum of every case assortment retail release figure.
That's a good point. Yeah,
it's going to be because I remember somebody was asking, somebody in the chat was saying, did any Haslabs not make it? I think they all made it.
All except
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
Yeah,
it's the
that's right.
Forgotten Haslab, and
oh my god, yeah.
I remember it because I backed that one and not the sail barge.
Oh no!
I would have done the same thing though.
I remember I thought it was so cool. And for me, I'm a Grover guy myself, so I was hoping that would be successful and they would do a Grover, because I would really love to have a Grover, like a real Grover or something. And it looked cool because I don't know if you were at that Comic-Con, but they had you could sit with the Cookie Monster, like they had a demo Cookie Monster there.
I did not see that. That's awesome though.
And I was just like, I'm on this Cookie Monster. Let's go. It didn't happen.
Stupid Jabba sail barge. Thanks a lot. People had to choose.
And the sail barge at the time, I think, barely got across the finish line, right, Sean? I feel like it was barely.
Yeah. And it was probably like Big Bad Toy Store that just nudged it over.
Nudged it. Yeah,
probably.
I remember Unicron barely made it over. They had to extend it. It was they extended it by however long, and then it just eked over the finish line. Marvel Legends seems to be like slam dunk so far, because they go way over and then they reach all the tiers. Yeah. I'm very curious. I think what John was saying was right. This is going to be kind of the test of what's going to be.
Yep.
And I can actually see them doing to test the waters, because classified does real well, at least in figure form. I could see them doing probably a smaller vehicle on the Haslab side for classified. Just to, I mean, this is a model that, I mean, it's really, I mean, it's probably no skin off their back. They kind of wait for the numbers to come in and assess the demand.
Not only is this a test for G.I. Joe, I think it's a test for Haslab, right? Because you're gonna have 3 big Haslab backs or things to back within a 45. Like, this is a true test of, I think, the entire Haslab model. And if they're able to back 3 things, within a month's time, like, or whatever the 45-day window's time, like, kudos to them for pulling that off. But I don't envision all 3 getting backed. John, do you think all 3 will get backed? And if not, who do you think's the odd one out? You think all 3 get backed?
I do think all 3 will get backed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the folks in the Hasbro offices will be making it rain around their desks. I think it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I think all 3 will get backed. I think this will. I think so too. I think this will depend on the people that collect the disparate lines. I mean, if it was like 3 G.I. Joe Haslabs, or if there was 3 Ghostbusters, or 3, I think the tried and true will come out for the Ghostbusters. The tried and true will come out for G.I. Joe, and I think they're planning that way. Star Wars, I feel like, maybe I'm just overconfident in Star Wars, but I feel like Star Wars will just get backed because Star Wars is going to get backed. It's the most. It's Star Wars, and it's the most popular. I mean, it's got to be, right, the most popular creature in Star Wars. So that is. I think that one's going to kill it the most.
Yeah,
and then I think the other 2 will get backed as well.
Yeah, and in another point, a vintage Sky Striker with parachutes complete is like $200.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
With one figure.
Yep. And that was kind of my thought. I was like, oh, 230's perfect, because a vintage one, open or whatever, is going to be around that cost anyway.
Yeah.
And this one looks amazing. And it has the flight stand, all these extra accessories, and the potential for all of these extra figures. And that's where, now this is me personally, but my force ranking is Proton Pack, Sky Striker, Rancor, mainly because I don't have space for the Rancor. I have space for the Sky Striker, and I think it looks amazing. And then Proton Pack is must have.
You'll make space.
Yeah, there's no comics. I've already said these comics coming down. Proton Pack's going right there, baby.
Yeah.
Right behind me for all time.
if it's like, if the Proton Pack is like sitting at like, what is it? How many does it need?
What?
The number for the Proton Pack.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
Oh, that's right. Oh, so if it's like 5,000 and it's sitting at like 4,997, you're gonna get a couple extra more. So when the boys get older, they can wear them.
In the chat. Why are you saying stuff like that? My wife is in the chat. By the way, if you didn't know that, near. I mean, do you actually have space for anything? Shh. Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. We have the same affliction. The same problem. What is the? I'm looking it up right now. What's the? Oh wait, no. What am I looking up? The Proton Pack has not gone up on Haslab. Okay.
Other than they put on yesterday, they had a little picture or a little written.
Yeah, the little image with the half covered.
Yeah,
or whatever.
27. And then now at the end of this session, we know there's going to be like another streaming event on 1027. They're going to call it 1027.
Very creative. And it will be. It's got to be the most expensive. What's been the most expensive Haslab?
I think Unicron.
It's got Unicron. So Unicron was like six something. Proton, there's no way it's that. It's I can't see the Proton Pack being less than $800.
So Matt, I'm with you. I feel like I'm in the same. That was my thought in terms of price. But yesterday, Ryan from Miss Have Some Crew and John were saying, no, it needs to be $450, $400 if it's going to get across the finish line.
That'd be great if it was. It is a replica, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the materials that, I don't know. I just can't see it.
The gun itself, the Neutronomon, the Spangler's Neutronomon was what? It was $100 or $120? I think it was $99. So it was $100 for the wand.
It was $100 for the wand.
So I was thinking at least $600 for the pack if I'm doing mental physics gymnastics on what that would equate to. I was thinking 600, but honestly, the Haslab seems to carry a premium. So then add a couple hundred on that, and I'm thinking $100.
Okay, so I just had a thought. What if there is existing tooling from the packs they made for the movie?
Mm-hmm.
So what if there's already tooling done? They don't have to consider that. I'm just saying it's a possibility. They made tooling for the packs that are being used in the movie, because I'm sure they made multiples, extras.
Mm-hmm.
If the tooling cost is already absorbed from production for the movie, and then we just have to pay licensing and like injection molding production, that could be a possibility.
That could. I mean, it's not. It's not like it's something that is being engineered for the sale. I mean, it's not like Unicron, where it's just like somebody had to engineer this whole thing. But I would think, I don't know. I feel like what would take it over is materials, because it's going to be. I'm assuming metal. You're taking the plastic out of it, and now it's. I think those materials go up. I have no idea. I'm talking completely out of the other side, but I'm just. Well, here's a good thing. I mean, I see, you go to Comic-Con, you see like a lot of these guys with Ghostbusters, and they kind of have replicas. I wonder what they are. I know a lot of them make it, but like, I'm sure some of them are not making it. Some of them are buying them. So I made a proton pack for about $1,000 retail. Yeah, I see. I don't know. I hope it's 400 for your sake. I hope it is. I don't want it to be that expensive, but I have a feeling. 800 plus.
I think so too. And it's really unfortunate Colleen's in the chat, because I can't it was $400.
I mean, she already knows you spent $750 on a transforming Optimus Prime.
I know. But you know what though? She was like, you know what? This is actually really cool. She did say that.
You know what? Good on her. My wife did the same thing. She was like, this is like a marker in time. This is a transforming Optimus, because she kind of grew up in the same era. She's a geek on the same things that I'm a geek about. And when she saw that Optimus Prime transform, she was like, how did the so I mean, it's really a marvel. I look at it. I've been looking at it and doing things with it since.
So I'm curious, because I regretted it every single moment until I hit that transform. I was like, that was amazing. And then I kind of forgot. I was just like,
then you just forget. That's the. Well, you're holding a piece of history, Jay. You're holding a piece. It's been 40 years to get to this moment where it can transform. So because I had my buddy actually had a conversation with me. He's like, well, let me ask you something. Once it goes robot form or truck form, don't you basically have a statue? It's like, no. It's because I know what it can do, and I know so yeah. I mean, go on. Sorry. Uh-oh.
So in my video, there's one criticism I will have is when you turn it off, and I have it here because I'm doing like B-roll footage for the review. It kind of just turns into a limp.
Right. Right.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
It loses its might.
So it's just like picking up a cat. It's just kind of like
it's a living thing.
It is. I wish like when it, I could like display it standing up or whatever, but it has to be turned. It has to be activated for it.
It's got to be activated for the. But you're saving yourself some space.
That's true. That's true. But I was almost going to say it has to be turned on to stand up.
That's what she said.
But no.
Nice drop.
But yeah, definitely Ryan Dolan needs. Hold on, where to go? Needs to have ratchet joints, indeed.
Those damn ratchet joints.
But it is amazing. It is an incredible, game-changing toy. It's a robot. It's like it's like when you like it was like in the late 90s when like Honda was showing their robots and stuff. I was like, oh my god, that's our future.
Sure.
And this is it.
Yeah, I didn't want to live in a world where I didn't have a transforming Optimus Prime, and others did. So I had to, fear of missing out was real. So yeah.
I believe in ghosts. I'm looking at the chat now. I definitely believe in ghosts. Actually, Colleen knows I don't believe in ghosts. Personally, she does though. She actually believes in ghosts. I do not. Even though Ghostbusters is my favorite, franchise out of all the things I'm geeky about, it's my favorite. I'm not a believer.
Oh, you don't believe in ghosts? Okay.
I don't. No ghosts. No such thing. Sorry. I believe in ghosts. That's why I need a proton pack.
Did I ever tell you about my ghost stories?
Yes, you have. And I still don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
Listen, John, you're one of my closest, dearest friends. I love you dearly. I
I'm just full of it, right?
No, you're not. I believe that you experienced it, and I don't want to negate that experience. I won't believe it until I experience it myself. Let's just say that.
I gotta see it, touch it, feel it, taste
exactly.
it. Exactly. Right.
And maybe it's because I've been spoiled by watching Ghostbusters so many times. Like that is the experience I need to have. I need to like see this thing, this green, sliming, class 4 full torso apparition.
You're gonna walk into the Apple store and they'll be like the equivalent of the dead librarian and just the dead Apple store guy that just makes you believe. What are you doing here?
Apple store for many years, and
okay. There you
go. Anyway. Dear ghosts, please slime the non-believer. Oh my goodness! All right, we talk about Sky Striker. We talk about all the 3 3/4 inch stuff. I'm sorry, the classifieds. I showed up Storm Shadow to begin with. Did I have this still up here? Let me. Boom. But just real quick, what are your thoughts on this premium 1027 thing? I think it's kind of lame to do a live stream just for people that pay to see it.
Wait, I missed this. What is the deal with this?
So on October 27th, which is Wednesday, from 1027 Hasbro HQ and hosted by very own Mr. Stevie, with behind the scenes content reveals and select product drops, head over to Hasbro Pulse for more information. But you have to be a member of Pulse Premium to watch the
event. God. Really?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be a Patreon.
Kind of, yeah. It's like that one has a bad taste in the mouth. I know there's some people that hate the concept of Haslab or whatever, and I'm fine with it. It makes these crazy things that we've never seen before. I don't mind that at all. But this one feels a little like, ugh. That one feels a little gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for what is it? Behind the scenes content reveals and select product drops. For reveals, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's look, a lot of people are not a fan of the Hasbro subscription model anyway, so I think it's like just lean on your free shipping stuff. It is very irritating, and I'm almost like ashamed to say that I have it because I feel like I have to justify it and go, oh, but it's free shipping, but it's annoying and it's really
free shipping dies after a year. Like I've been a member and the free shipping's gone already, so I think there's just I'm paying.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It's the first year, right?
I'm only still in it because I forgot to like prevent myself to be charged again for it.
Yeah, I think I may have done the same. Yeah, it's stop with your exclusive clubs. All right, it's bad enough. We're giving you enough money with all this other stuff.
Bootcat Gross didn't realize that 1027 stream was behind the Pulse sub. Yeah. Well, Hasbro Pulse premium members. So they're basically creating this exclusive club atmosphere, and I just
more VIP crap.
So Hasbro, if you're watching, I don't know if you're watching, but I just feel like this is that's a little too much. Don't put up walls behind revealing your content. I just feel like it's kind of blech.
Yeah. You could just wait the 15 seconds and see it on Instagram for free.
That's the other thing. The minute there's a reveal, 38 seconds later, it's going to just show up on every outlet. So I guess, at the end of the day, what are you losing?
Yeah. It's Flash 739. As a lifelong toy collector, I'm okay with all of this. Well, that's 39. I told him it's feels like them trying to justify the premium sub as they really haven't done anything special for it. I agree, Nightmare. I kind of like, I feel like they're like, crap, we haven't done anything for these people paying $50, especially post like the original people that signed up, which I was like, you know, I don't know if you're around the same time, but whenever they announced it, I did it because I thought that would give me better access to the Neutrona wand whenever that came out. But since then, there hasn't really been anything to make it special.
No,
other than kind of early access an hour earlier than everybody else this weekend, but
not really. Although I will say that today I got that Zartan, which was an exclusive, and I did notice it was up for the longest time as an exclusive in that 1 hour before window, and then sure enough, I thought it said sold out. It was weird. Once it went live, it said sold out initially. And then it went back up. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad that I had this because I was able to snag one. But then it was up for another like hour. So at first I was like, oh, okay, I'm glad I got it. And then immediately I was like, well, I really didn't gain anything other than, you know, the hour head start. So I don't know.
Maybe a lot of sentiments we all feel, people that have been on it for a while. I 100% regret paying for Haslab. You're with a bust.
Yeah. They got your money, buddy.
They did. And so maybe this is what they were thinking. Like, okay, let's give them something. But I think this isn't the right way to do it. Just give us free shipping back. That's all I need. Lolo Pap has asked a few times. I need to go. Did you get the Ghostbusters out? I did. I got them all, Lolo Pap. I have gotten them. I'm going to review them closer to when the movie comes out. That's when I've decided. AKA, life's been really busy and I haven't gotten to it yet. I need to take the Mad Hatter approach and just like rip it open and just like talk about it. I wish I had your abilities, my friend. I just don't have them.
It makes your life simpler.
It does. I wish I could take that approach.
No, but you're very thorough.
For some reason, whenever I try to do it a few times like that, and I'm like talking to the camera, I'm just like, I can't speak anymore. I've lost my freaking mind. So.
But you're very organized in the way you I don't know. I every time I do some kind of open, every time I do some kind of review, once I'm done, it's like I feel like I forgot like 9 things. And then somebody in the comments is like, hey, stupid, do you know that thing does that? And it's like, oh wow, I didn't, you know, and so I guess there's the pluses and minuses for doing it that way too.
Yeah, it's stressful. Yeah. I'm stressed either way because it's the stress of missing something and it's the stress of I don't know. I'm just too anxious about it. I need to relax more and I need to go on a vacation. That's what's been decided right now. Colleen, I'm going on a vacation. I love you dearly. She's like, why can't you take me? He's like, no, this is really a vacation for me. Some alone time.
Solo vacation.
All right. Let's wrap up G.I. Joe, and we can't do it without talking about all of the classified reveals. First up here, the Outback.
That Outback.
Like classified's head sculpts and sculpting is the best.
Look at
for
this
$20 6-inch figure. It is unreal, and this continues that. Like this is unreal.
Look at this Outback. This is everybody's Nick Nolte dreams. You can just kind of live them out. I was very, very impressed with this. They'll double up their money too because this is sort of the flipped color Outback. You know, they have the Chuck Norris orange hair one, so they'll reuse this sculpt. Oh, and I'll be there too. I'll buy the other one as well. But you are 100% right. The sculpts are probably some of the best, and I think this one. I mean, look at the and it'll come out like this. I'm positive it'll come out like this as well.
Wet in the packaging, you take it out. It's actually wet from the jungle.
He's awesome. I love the shirt. It's.
But I will say, it is a Target exclusive, which gets the official sad trombone.
Yeah.
Is it really that sad anymore?
You know what? Breaker, man, there was like 10,000 breakers at my Target. It was just like stacked.
Really? I haven't seen a breaker yet in Target. No. It's been a while since I've been to Target. This is recent?
Yeah, maybe a week or so ago. I felt bad because Gary, who's in the chat, like messaged me after I saw like 20 breakers, like, hey, have you seen a breaker? I was like, yeah, there's like 100. I went back, they were all gone, but
okay,
there was a lot there.
So during the G.I. Joe panel, they did mention, I mean, for whatever it's worth, they're like, it's Target exclusive, but they had some kind of talk with Target, and they're going to up the distribution for whatever. Who knows? It could just be words. But yeah, it's they're trying to get in front of, it's like, as soon as they utter the word Target, there's like a PR guy from Hasbro that's ready to go, but hold on, you know, it's going to, so who knows? I have no faith in the Target process. I you know, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah,
it's true. It's very true. Ivan Sanchez did a super chat, so I want to make sure I plus that in here. Thank you, Ivan. What do you think of the classified community? Everyone seems to get mad at those who are able to get the Cobra items. It's aggressive.
Oh, the G.I. Joe community is ruthless. They don't play around. They don't like to joke around about G.I. Joe, and they're very. It's weird. I belong to all these Facebook groups or whatever, and you know the Ninja Turtle community is cool. Okay, everybody's laid back. Everybody wants to have some pizza. The G.I. Joe, the Ghostbusters community, cool. Everybody's cool for the most part. Yeah. But the Joe community, man, just a stick right up there. It's like they're always just very, you know, just. This has just been my experience. So I think that's a loaded question. I think that he already knows the answer, Ivan. But he's just waiting for confirmation because it's true. It's been my experience at least.
I would co-sign that.
Yeah.
Star Wars community too. Star Wars community is crazy. Yes, correct.
Star Wars is crazy as well. Yeah,
Star
Jason
Wars Woods. I agree.
And no, but you know, like it makes sense that like Turtles is a little bit more like because it's like a surfer.
Sure.
You know, that's part of the culture of it. But poor Gary still can't find him. It's breakering my heart. Oh, I see what you did there. I'll leave the chat now. Thanks. Yeah, I felt, you know, like, I don't know if near you feel this way, but I know like if like I saw something and then I'm hanging out with John or something like, and he's like, oh, I've been really looking for that figure. Like, crap, I had it.
Yeah.
I could have got it. I didn't know. And then I feel like absolute crap for the rest of the week. Have you had similar type experiences where you like you see a Toy Geek friend and you're like, crap, I could have gotten that for you?
Oh, that happens. Meaning like I saw something at Target and then I find out later somebody it happens to me all the time. Thankfully, I have a few collector friends that we make it very known who's looking for what because of mistakes like that. But yeah, it does happen. I saw I was on the other side of it where my buddy saw the Origins, the 2-pack where it was like, oh God, the damaged Battle Cat. With the chrome battle armor He-Man, I've been looking for it forever, and then he saw one, and then I was like, just kind of just biting my. So yeah, it's tragic.
It's
got to be. It's tragic when that happens.
It hurts so bad. Just going to the chat real quick. Lone Star Galaxy says used to be like Pikachu Vipers. Joe community does not screw around. Indeed, Phineas. Outback is still up for pre-order on Target's app as of this message. Thank you, Anthony.
That's so maybe they did up the distribution.
Nick Dillinger, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick. And Riley Bob, Joe community is war grizzled. Toy collectors is a bloodbath out there.
Whew. It really is.
Beachhead and Baroness are still available now for order. So hopefully the Target experience has gotten better. Sebastian Gomez 3D with another super chat. Thank you, Sebastian. Target is terrible at shipping carded figures. No worse than Walmart just shoving it in like a tiny little box and it gets all smushed up.
Yeah. Or Amazon just throwing the label on it.
Oh my God. Walmart is one of the worst. Yeah, Amazon, they don't know how to deal with collectibles. I actually just ordered something from a collectible company, and I think they ran it over with a truck before they gave it to me. So it hurts when that happens.
Who does that? I mean, I watched the video. Who does
You
that?
saw it, yeah. It was a collectible company. This is a company that knows. Like I'm not going to give an Amazon a pass ever, but I can understand if you're at the Amazon factory and you're like, what on earth is this? And you put an envelope, you don't know, but you sell collectibles. Okay, unacceptable. I was really, really annoyed. But yeah, it's Walmart is whenever I get something from Walmart or Amazon, I just brace myself when I open it up.
I remember getting the vintage collection Slave One back when it was first released, and they just put the sticker right on it. The box was all trash. I was like, the main reason I want this is for the box.
So annoying.
No,
it's so annoying.
How about this Cobra Viper in this sweet colorway? Thoughts here?
I was in on this Cobra Viper. I never had the because so they have the Tiger Force, and then they have the Python Patrol. And I always dug this Cobra Viper back when they did sort of like the Python Patrol, not the Bats version. So I jumped in on this, and I got one at Target as well because I liked that. I was like, I'm gonna get two of these. So I got these two, and then I went for the Bats. I got one at Hasbro, and then I got one at Target, and that's probably as far as I'm going to take the Army build. I don't love it as much as the regular Cobra Viper, but I do love the texture on it, like just in terms of like they gave it this Python theme. I thought it was they get real creative with these.
And there's there's their paint applications. I don't know what the Joe team does, but their paint applications are so freaking sharp.
Yeah.
That other Hasbro toys don't have. I mean, they've all gotten better, but like the G.I. Joe line's just on. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're like paying extra or maybe it's because their own license so they can just put extra money into it. I don't know, but
yeah, and I mean, I guess that they sell. I just the matte finish on them is just great. I don't know. I wish like Super 7 would take a cue on just how to do matte finish on like because Classified probably does it best.
Yeah. Agreed. Was your Mikey shiny on the Super 7 Ultimates? I can't remember. Mine was shiny.
Yeah, they're all shiny. They're all of them have. It's becoming a problem. I think I might do some kind of. I don't. There's a gap in the Slithe was really good. The Slithe was the only one that was not shiny, but everything else, my Jaga had a weird shine. It's still a beautiful figure, but it just bugs me. So yeah.
All right, Storm Shadow finally a normal Storm Shadow. It looks amazing.
Oh my god,
so good.
Look at this Storm Shadow, man. I mean, they killed it. They killed it this year. I mean, these were 8 amazing jobs. Look at the compound bow.
Yeah.
Look at I mean,
it looks like they built the figure around the bow.
Right.
It's
right.
It fits it perfect.
Yeah.
100%. Right about that classic Sarah is fire. Yeah, absolutely. It's just so good. The fact that it can actually, pull the bow, like, oh my god, that's fantastic.
Well, yeah, I think one of the Hasbro guys was saying that the original that when they first made the bow, it actually could shoot the arrow like 2 feet or something. And so, and then I guess that was a big no-no. So they had to kind of retract it. But like, I mean, this bow at some point was made for combat. So I think this is as good as a Storm Shadow. I probably go hood down when I display him.
100% same. Dartherian best in show. I'm with you, Dartherian. 100%. Jamie Vaughn, that Super 7 sheen is what makes me nervous about their Joe.
Yeah, me too, man.
That's a good point.
See.
And I know they're a smaller company, but they should figure that out because the premium they're charging, I know. Really should. They should all. But you know what though? Like my other turtles didn't have that problem, but Mikey was the first one I had that was really shiny looking.
I think there's something about because they have sort of the coloring is different. So I think there's something about. I just don't know why they can't nip that in the bud because it's just like their prototypes are amazing. Just give me the damn prototype. So yeah. Tragic.
Spirit Oh my God. Like this one when I saw, I was like, oh, dang it. They brought me back in. I mean, again, the Storm Tower is amazing, but the Spirit's fantastic.
Yeah.
And they got Taboo from Black Eyed Peas.
From Black Eyed Peas. You know, I met that guy. He had a booth at LA Comic-Con, and he had all his Joes, and I didn't recognize him because I'm lame like that. You know, I don't know anybody. And I was walking around. I thought he was trying to sell me something. I was like looking at, he had his own booth with his toys in the booth. And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, what is this booth? Somebody just has G.I. Joes here. And then he starts talking about all the Joes. And then my friend is like, that's the guy from Black Eyed Peas. I was like, wow, okay. So he's legitimately into this stuff. Like this is, it's just his passion. So I was not surprised to see him. But yeah, this Spirit and the Freedom Bird, it comes with, it's got the spread out wings, and then it's got the perch thing. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, like, and his little pack has the perch. Like, it looks fantastic.
Yeah. It's going to be an eye catcher. Yeah.
Looks so freaking good.
So good.
Let's see. Oh, whew.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this is the money shot.
This is, I don't know if it's just the Florida in me. Okay. But when I saw this one, I was like, for whatever it's worth, I just clicked on it first because I just the deck and they put a lot of work. I guess they gave it a name now, Fiona. Did it have a name before? Or was that's just an invention? I don't
know. Maybe I don't think I can find the file card and see. I don't know.
Yeah, but the tail is actually it's just kind of like bendy plastic, so you can kind of like it's beautiful. This is a beautiful. This is probably my favorite one from the
OG Oroji. I'm still in absolute awe for Crocmaster. Being 2099, this is the standout of PulseCon, in my opinion. Going back to Taboo being better than the Oswald one. Again, I love Patton Oswald, but that was rough yesterday. Ashman 55, Crocmaster is the toy of the year for 22.
That's a bold statement.
That's bold. You're talking about a year where there's a transforming Optimus Prime, my friend. All right?
Lone Star Galaxy. Newsflash, Florida man dresses up as Crocmaster and wrestles reptiles. Happy accident. Croc is my boy, my jam, my all-time fave Cobra. This announcement was a dream come true for me.
There you go. There you go.
Cryman 3G. Fiona Applegator.
Oh my god.
Fiona Applegator. Was it Fiona? It was, right?
It's Fiona. Yeah, it's there on the thing.
Yes.
Crocmaster and Fiona.
Yes, that's right. It made because the lady from that was doing the announcement dropped Fiona, and then the other guy got all nervous, like, whoa, don't drop that nugget yet. And then they brought this thing out, and everybody just oohed and awed. It made it all worth it. This one right here, just all the awkward panel talk, and the weird, it made it all worth it when this thing came out.
Yeah. OG says, what did they say? The Crocs were named Fiona, Diablo, and Georgie for the little baby for Crocs.
Oh, okay. Fiona, Diablo, and Georgie.
Georgie.
What are these names?
Dan Larson would like a word or two with you about the toy of the year. Listen. I'm all for I support Dan on the Sky Striker. I'm totally for it. I totally feel that as well. And then Electric Blue, make Mad Hatter part of your show. Love Mad Hatter. See,
right.
Was just
Electric Blue. The check is in the mail, obviously. All right. My cousin. I said 2022, not 22. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Since that is in this year. There you go. There you go. So it's okay. It's okay. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Crocmaster. Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Look at that texture on the back.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're missing a Bane figure in your Batman display, bring this guy in. There's no difference either. So.
And I love the little baby Crocs.
Yeah, the babies are amazing. Look at the hook. He's got that hook.
I know. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool.
I might get two. Oh, I might just get two to have like the two crocodiles.
Well, if you're gonna get two, Near, we gotta play this.
It's gonna be flipping it, guys. Everybody in the chat, go to my eBay page right now.
Oh my God. All right. There was other reveals, wasn't there? They did the bat too, wasn't there? Maybe that's not on here.
Yeah, I think it's in the imagery with the Cobra Viper. I want to say.
Maybe there was another image too. Maybe I'll go to Toy Shiz. He's good at. I didn't have that up for later, but
Toy Shiz is good.
Toy Shiz.
Oh, I thought you were on Toy Shiz. Okay.
Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, there he is.
No, that's the Viper, isn't it?
No, right next to Hudson.
Where? Oh,
well, no, that's the original bat. That one has not come out yet. That's going to be the standard bat. But they also have the Python. Which one? This one looks great. They also have, I think, in the Python Patrol Viper picture, I think they show the other Python bat.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the regular bat's going to be later. You're right. I think they said in 2022 at some point. I think they'll do pre-orders for it.
Yes. Yeah.
And then this.
What else is
now?
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that they mentioned, this was as an aside too, is because their art is phenomenal. Like the classified art, they're going to make poster versions of like their art that you can buy too, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, so I'm definitely in on a few of those too.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this.
It looks fantastic, and again, G.I. Joe brought it today. G.I. Joe, star of the show, star of the weekend. I
have to say so.
Joe's all the way. Joe's all the way. Any final thoughts on Joe's before we move on to Marvel?
Yeah, I just agreement, and they took. I think I did the math. $260 from me today. So if that's not an indictment of a job well done, I don't know what is, my friend.
Yeah.
Fair. John, your thoughts here.
I'm going to take my classifieds back out of the closet on Monday and set them back up.
G.I. Joe's here.
Good man.
But the thing I did decide today, I did not pre-order anything.
Interesting.
If I find it, I'll buy it. The one thing that got under my skin about classified was the hunt. It wasn't fun. It was awful.
Yep.
So I'm just not going to put myself through it. I'll get it if I see it. I'm not going to go hunt. I'm not going to pay extra on eBay for shipping. I don't want to pay shipping. So I'll pay extra if I find it at a toy show. But that's it.
Yeah,
you'll find. I guarantee you, well, okay. The Zartan was the exclusive today. Yep. That was the one exclusive. But everything else, I guarantee. If people are finding Baroness, which at one point was like $165 flipping figure, there's no way that these other smaller name guys you're not gonna find.
Yeah.
If it's not an army builder, we're gonna find them easily.
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I do want to put Tapin Jeet's comment here. 100 rupee, I'm guessing, because it says Hasbro killed it today with Joe's. Cheers from India. International. Get all India.
Look at you.
Furthest away comment we've gotten so far. So
thank you.
That's awesome. Renegade Biker 24. Hey panel, why are you ignoring my comics? I'm sorry, Renegade Biker.
Man.
I didn't see your comics. There's a lot of comments. I apologize. I'm not ignoring you. I promise.
You gotta watch out those G.I. Joe guys. They're coming.
I know. Yeah.
They do. Riley Bob Flipper Frank mentioned flipping. Everyone take a shot.
Link to my eBay page on every time I'm here. I'm gonna just put it like subliminally right here. And actually, I don't even have an eBay page anymore. But yeah.
And Ashman says Baroness is still available for order.
Yeah.
Target.
Yeah. That was once the figure to get. That was once like the one that nobody could find.
It was. It was the white whale, if you will. Jerry Mott says, on Big Bad Toy Store, the Storm Shadow and Spirit have a 3-pack with a secret figure. Who is this? Okay, that's a good question. I think that there was a leak of a list. And I think it was Total Toy Recon on Instagram posted it. Let me see.
Wait, on BBTS, Storm Shadow and Spirit have those 3.
So it's a 3-pack set. So let me pull up Total Toy Recon. I believe it was on his page. Was it on? I think it was his page. But that list was leaked, or maybe it was Shaz the Toy Guru. Let me Maybe it was that one. I know I saw it today.
Wait, there's more than one toy guru?
Yeah, or maybe it was Chaz the Guru. Chaz the Guru, was it his? Yes, no. There it is. Cobra Officer. So Storm Shadow, Spirit with Freedom, and Cobra Officer. This was a leaked list from a YouTuber WOJM10 or so we don't know for sure. It says secret figure on there, but the assumption is it's going to be a Cobra Officer as that third slot.
If it's a Crimson Guard, I'm going to lose it. But yeah, look at that. Tomax and wait, is this is for real?
This is a leaked list, and everyone said it was, not true. But then today, with Crocmaster, Storm Shadow, and Spirit being officially unveiled, everyone's like, "Oh, wait, he's right."
Wow. Okay.
And so this has not been officially said, but
sure.
Now the assumption is this could be legit.
I think Tomax and Zaymot is going to be some kind of Comic-Con exclusive thing. I think it's going to be an exclusive 2-pack. They're going to make a whole big deal out of it because they know that one's going to be hot.
Yeah. It'll I bet they'll do it in some sort of homage to the original 80s package.
Yes, they're going to get creative with it. It's not just going to jump onto a Target shelf. I don't think.
OG says Entertainment Earth case list says it's one code named Meteor.
I mean, if it's right before Tomax and Zaymot, it's got to be a Crimson Guard.
It would have to be, right?
Maybe. The Crimson Guards are going to be big. You talk about army building. Holy crap!
Yeah,
that one's going to be severe.
And Meteor is like a flaming thing. Crimson
red.
Ooh, yes. It's like an escape room. Guess what it is? The walls are closing in on you, John.
If you ever give Chaz the Guru a follow, he's really funny on Instagram, but I love this one. Show me your ring face.
Oh.
Give him a follow on Instagram. He's really funny. All right.
Yes, they did announce. Somebody said, did they announce a Hudson for their gargoyles? Yes. Just announced. Looks amazing.
It's like NECA's like, hey, we're a toy company too.
Yeah, we're here too. We're here too, guys.
There we go. Right?
Yeah, look at that. Oh my God. This line is going to be the sleeper.
It is. It's a
sleeper hit line of I'm in love with all these.
Yeah. Finally getting a Goliath and hams like this for was it $38 or whatever
30.
it is? I don't know. It's
33, I think, right?
33, whatever it is. I was like,
yeah,
this is awesome. Even without the draped arms, which are getting the draped wings.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks awesome. All right. Moving on to the Marvel. Okay. Can we just acknowledge that we're gonna skip Avalon, Fortnite, and Magic the Gathering? Can we all just be cool?
What about Hero Quest?
Hero Quest. Let's be cool.
I not to if anybody's a fan of Hero Quest. When I was watching that panel, I tried to watch. It felt like like when you went to Comic-Con and you walked into a room with a panel that and it was like a small panel, and you're like, I don't know what they're talking about, but maybe I'll just sit down. It was that same feeling of It was like these two guys. They look just completely bored with each other and the product, and they're just droning on about this. I was like, what is this? And then I just figured it's Hero Quest, and then I tuned out. But I felt like it was that same feeling of I walked into some niche thing, and I have to immediately get out of here.
For me, it was the Magic the Gathering panel. Let me pull.
Was that the Magic? Yeah.
Well, because it was, and it was really cool that it was spoken in their native tongue and everything like that. But I left because I'm taking care of kids and stuff like that around the house, and I had it recording and stuff. And so but when I came in, and I was just like, "Where's the?" Yeah. I was just like, wait, did I miss something? I totally missed.
Right.
I was totally lost. And I've been a Magic the Gathering fan for a long time. So again, I think things in other languages is really cool. All this kind of stuff, totally support that. But you're right. It was very much. I left and came back, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? I have no idea what's going on.
I had the same, and I don't even know if this one was the Hero Quest one. The one I saw was like two dudes, and they were just like talking by some board game, and then they jumped to the Magic the Gathering, and I just have no idea about Magic the Gathering. And
especially what's tough here too is I think it's about this exclusive card, but I don't think they teed it up very well, because MTG is just there's so many levels to it, and it was kind of just it felt a little bit random. Fortnite, I don't care. Okay, the Nerf stuff was pretty cool though. The Halo gun is cool, but can I be honest? Like, I love Nerf, and especially with two young boys, Nerf is great. We have like full on Nerf battles. I have a semi-automatic Nerf gun. I have a big drum that does 36 of those bullets at once. And
nice.
I love it. But let me tell you, any special, like, because my son was all about the Fortnite ones. Those guns are trash. They're terrible Nerf guns.
The Nerf guns for Fortnite are trash.
For Fortnite, yeah, they look cool, but they don't work. They get jammed all the time. And then he got the Roblox one. That one gets jammed all the time. And so while I think these look cool, they're not as good as just their normal blasters or the normal guns. So
got it. Okay, yeah, and they do look cool. It's the Needler that's the alien gun. I know. Yeah. I don't know a lot about Halo, but I know that.
For me, it was always like, it was okay if I picked up that gun, because I played Halo like just the 4-player, let's just all kill each other.
Sure, yeah.
I never really played the game that much, but
me neither.
That was for my but it's cool. So yeah, that was a thing. But can I just say, they had this room where, because Patton Oswalt was in this room. And I thought he was like in his house, right? But the stream was kind of laggy. And I was like, if this isn't Hasbro, why couldn't they just have him where the other people are? It just felt weird.
I had the same thought, because I saw these two guys in this room, and then I saw the Black Eyed Peas guy in the same room. Mm-hmm. And I was like, have mercy on these people. Why do they have to why can't they just be in their own house? Like, why do they have to collectively go to some headquarters maybe it's because, well, I guess because now you're talking about like prototype figures, and they're afraid of them getting out. He had like a Spirit classified. That's probably one that I have no idea. But it's like, what is he? Yeah. Just send a guy over there. I mean, how hard is that? Yeah.
I just maybe this is the LA Hasbro office. Maybe that's what it was, and maybe the other thing was in Pawtucket or something. I don't know. So I was just like, once I saw this, was like, because the stream was kind of laggy, especially with Patton Oswalt. It kept like cutting out.
Right.
But anyway, all right, that's all the other stuff. So let's move on from there, and let's talk about Marvel. Just initial takes on Marvel. John, I'll let you go first, and then you'll share your initial takes on Marvel's.
Nothing appealed to me. I'm not that much of a Marvel guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nothing jumped out at me. The one thing that I was kind of hoping for, and we talked about it, was a retro animated style of the Iron Man Toy Biz figures, just like they've done with everything else so far. Yeah. And I forgot there was one more. The Hulk series had a Toy Biz.
And I should have put the comment there, but it was a comment on yesterday's video that also Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, Ghost Rider. But I was hoping for an Iron Man line. That's one I would dabble in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else is just G.I. Joe just stole the show, and everything else I just had blinders on. I was like, just G.I. Joe in both my ears. And I was like, what's this Marvel thing they're talking about? And I'm sorry to all the Marvel fans, but I just couldn't get into it.
Near, what's your take on Marvel's reviews?
I have to 150% agree. I watched the Marvel thing. I was like, and look, I'm not, but this is there's a caveat at the end. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, okay? But I was watching it. I was like, money saved, money saved, money saved. Iron Man, Charles Bronson head, money saved. Weird. I know that there's like this King Venom guy. No, I that passed me by. I'm like a 90s kid. I'm not into that guy. But right at the end, the 90s animated X-Men Marvel Legends, because I was so obsessed with that show. They got me. They got me on the Wolverine and the Jubilee. They got me on the packaging because it's like VHS. I still have that Sentinel. I'm having dreams of like maybe I got the Sentinel and he fights, the animated Marvel Legends, not Marvel Legends, the animated X-Men.
Yep.
So because I was so obsessed with that show, I did give Marvel some of my money, even though, so in short, nothing appealed to me, but then this is kind of the thing that got me in the feels. And I'm probably in on this line.
Yeah. So I kind of had a similar feel as you, Near, where I was like, so I have my display right there, right? And I have my Sentinel with all the figures set up right there.
Sure.
And so I have this version of Wolverine, this look, the yellow blue suit. From I think the one I have in there is from the 3-pack with Scott and
with Scott and Jean Grey. Yeah.
And I think it looks good. And so I was like, I don't really need this. And the Jubilee, I have the Jubilee that kind of looks similar to this one. I was like, I don't know. But I will say the picture of Scott and Jean taking a page out of that Mondo one. I almost bought that Mondo one, even though it's like kind of stupid expensive.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me dip my toe in the animated waters, and I'll get Wolverine, and I'll see if like, okay, this is amazing, and I'd rather have this Wolverine in my Sentinel display versus the Jean Grey Scott Wolverine 3-pack.
So you jumped in on the Wolverine.
I did on Wolverine. I didn't Jubilee because I like the Jubilee I have, and I don't know if I like the cell shading as much. I know you've enjoyed the NECA Toon Turtle line. And for me, the cell shading is like, I get it. I totally get it, but I don't love it.
I get that. I get that. But, no, yeah, it's cell shading is not, and I just in the comments too, I know cell shading kills it for a lot of people. I don't have an aversion to cell shading, and I'm with you, Jay. Like if I had a Wolverine that was sort of similar to this one, I wouldn't have gone in. The thing is, I don't have any Marvel Legends at all. So for me, it was a different. I'm like, okay, I'll go in first time and just pick these up because I don't have any anyway, and I do want something for a Sentinel display. But 100% with you guys. If I did not, if I already had some Marvel Legends, or if I had, well, this is sort of Jubilee, but it's off, I would never, ever jump in on it. So yeah.
I love this. Like, it's just some quotes from cartoon shows just live in your mind forever. Nick Dillinger, this one's for you, Morph. Takes me right there. Dartherian agrees with me on the picture. That picture is almost the thing to buy it for.
That's true. I've bought action figures for less. Yes.
But Sam Newsman, I was excited about hearing there was a Jubilee. Then I saw it was cell shaded. Ashman, I did not order one Marvel Legend toy today, and that was very unusual. I did not need one piece that went for pre-order today.
Well, good. I wish I didn't need any of these. I hate that I needed like 9 things today. So
oh my God.
Good for you.
Flash is right. So that should be a Haslab full size of the picture.
Dude, somebody needs to do. I say somebody needs to do that. Just buy a frame and put it in. But like that would be that would be amazing. Just to have that on your shelf.
Out of all the props, that would be like number one. I need that now. I need that Flash. Like if you're good at production, make it happen because I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Right. Jay Grimace, cell shaded Sentinel Haslab up next. Oh,
don't say that,
man.
Can you go back and edit that out of the stream? I don't want Hasbro to get any ideas.
Yes. No, we fixed the knees.
The knees are fixed now, and it's cell shaded.
Oh my God! All right, and then there was this last reveal. 1 second, fast. Okay, but I love the VHS boxes and everything. It's very cool. It's definitely taken a play out of NECA a little bit.
Sure.
But
It's very NECA-esque.
Very much.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty neat. Let's go on. So I kind of was like, but I dig that they're kind of paying respects to the OG Marvel Legends with the packaging and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was kind of neat, but I don't need it. So, but it sold out for pre-orders on Hasbro Pulse. The Captain America did.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure this did.
But not Iron Man, for what it's worth.
Really? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Charles Bronson head sculpt is not great.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but it's, I don't.
Not the best.
Not the best.
There's been, I've had better. But
and then they had that little
that little accessory tease.
Hold on. Yeah, I did want to. There it is.
So is that maggot or
yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of people making guesses. A lot of people kind of freaking out over this accessory. I just maybe I'm not a good enough comic book fan. I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
Isn't it maggot? Isn't it? Because there's a mutant with the maggot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I don't remember this. Why am I blanking on this character?
Well, he's not. As far as I know, I'm sure I'll get corrected. He's like a newer X-Men, or relatively. I mean, he's not like a '90s.
Okay.
Maybe late '90s. I don't know, but is he '90s? Okay. I maggot was never part of my purview, so I don't know. But I just. There you go. It's maggot.
See, there we go. See, I'm a bad. I admit it. I'm a bad. Like for me, like I kind of ended it. Like I don't know, probably the cartoon series. Like and that's where fell in love and bought comics and everything. But maggot really popular. Dan Who Reviews, another great channel.
Okay, he's 90s.
Isn't that King? Isn't that the thing Khan put in Chekhov's here? Late 90s, Dartherian says. Okay, that makes sense.
Late 90s makes sense. I was like Jim Lee, sort of to Joe Madureira. Age of Apocalypse, I think, is where I dropped off. But I do know about Maggot and some other kind of. Somebody said D-list for sure. D-list. It goes up there with what's the other one that like Joe Madureira created? It was like the one that has bones. Her power, somebody in the chat knows, but it's I think Marrow or whatever. But yeah, there's a bunch of
Marrow. I know Marrow.
Yeah, so that to me kind of goes in that list of like I'll be happy if I don't have these, but like the primary sort of Jim Lee kind of era guys I need.
Yesterday's guest Ryan Dole, damn Muggles. Marrow.
Yeah, Marrow. That's right.
There we go. So I know people are excited about this, so I'm happy for them. I really am. Marrow debuted as a villain in Gen X. Come on.
I'm sorry. Not for me. Marvel vs. Capcom made Marrow a bit more known. I was talking to a friend about Marvel vs. Capcom. If they made an official Marvel vs. Capcom line, like took that art and that style and made it into sort of an action figure line, I think that would sell real well. Although there's a lot of these companies that I'm kind of like getting into now, like Mafex and like Yamaguchi, that kind of have that style or sort of have that style, but I just feel like that's untapped. I don't know. Does that maybe they're already thinking about that, but that sort of Capcom meets X-Men style is I mean, that's like my childhood.
And I'm surprised they, because Arcade 1-Up has, reissued Tab. I'm surprised Legends hasn't really tapped into that too much.
I feel like it's on deck unless there's something with the rights. Maybe that's the thing, because I know it's Capcom or this and that, but like there's a lot of guys that I think would like, like you think of like how Sabretooth looked in that game. He's all hulking and he's like the size of the Hulk, but like that kind of art style. They would have to be cell shaded though. So, I know there's a lot of people that don't like that, but yeah, I think
don't even say the C word.
Don't say the C word.
Who made the most recent Street Fighter figures? Was it Storm?
Storm, Storm I think is because they're still currently doing and they're great, but they're expensive.
Yeah, expensive.
It's like $90, $100.
But I bet if anybody does it, it'll be them.
Storm.
Yeah.
All this Marrow talk
good,
has Cerrone Games Go. Stop playing. My baby Marrow is finally being made. It's preemptive. It's preemptive.
Yeah, it's preemptive. Yes. That is not an official. It's not an official announcement.
Like they're going to say a P word, pixelated. Storm is fantastic. The Gamerverse line has MVC figures.
Oh yeah, the Marvel Universe scale.
Yeah, but that's smaller though, right?
Yeah.
They did Marvel vs. Capcom in the late 2000s. I remember them at GameStop.
Yeah, but I'm talking like with the new tech, the new technology, the new articulation, the new tooling, everything. So, I think that they would. Because I have like the SOTA, if you guys remember those, like the old SOTA Street Fighter toys, like those were amazing little figures. But I look at them now, I mean, they're okay. So I think if they kind of like modernize them, Somebody said I want to take you for a ride. Yeah, I just that arcade looping song, that damn song. Take you for a ride.
But yeah, so they did the fan wall for them. I know that Ryan, our guest yesterday, was a little ticked because him and Craig from Yes Have Some were gonna be in the fan wall for Ghostbusters, and it didn't happen. So, thoughts on Weezer?
I missed it. What did
I missed all this?
I don't want to play it too much because we'll probably get. Okay, that was "On a Holiday."
Mm-hmm.
That was that one.
Yeah, this was like at the end of the broadcast or something. Yeah. I missed all this.
At the very end, we were like, "All right, I got a pee break."
Yeah, I think by then I was selling my plasma to pay for the pre-orders that that I had to make. So,
but I mean, Weezer's cool. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Though can I mention that when you showed that image at first, I thought it was like 4 old guys, and then you said Weezer, and now I feel super old. So that's I didn't even recognize that was Weezer, by the way. So.
Nick Dillinger, they finally become their namesake.
Oh God, that's Weezer. No.
Age hits us all, but I think it really hurts for was it Rivers Cuomo? Because he always had a boyish look to him, and
sure.
And,
he just looks like he's wearing a disguise. He looks like a child in a disguise.
He does. He looks like he's. He really does. It's like a Scooby-Doo hat with the wig attached to it. He's trying to get into some clothes. He's trying to buy beer at Ralph's.
Nick says Rivers still looks like he's 12, even with a mustache.
Wow.
Space Cowboy, I think he has a solution for you here, Near. Wait, where'd it go? If Mad Hatter sells a kidney, he can afford all 3 Haslabs. It's a seller's market.
That's true. I mean, I don't know how much I would get for my kidneys. They're probably not the best, but I can at least get the Rancor and maybe the Proton Pack.
For both or just one?
Well, maybe one, depending on how much it costs.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, Patrick, it looks like their sweater finally got. Oh.
Oh, Weezer.
Wow.
So random too.
Yeah, it is random. Like, but was it last year they had Tenacious D and like that pop artist? At least Weezer is better than that weird freestyle rap guy that they had at the
oh my God. Yeah.
Freestyling the stuff out of the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't freestyle. Don't. It was extremely cringe.
Sure. Oh my goodness. All right, gentlemen, final thoughts the whole weekend, all the reveals. Near you first, then we'll go John.
Yes, G.I. Joe MVP of Haslab or not Haslab, Hasbro Pulse 2021. I mean, they killed it. There's like 8 good things just to get, and very curious. what the Sky Striker. I'm going to be watching. I'm not going to be buying it, but I'm going to be watching it because I think I'd like to. It's a good way to sort of gauge future success. I would say moving forward, Hasbro, lots of filler, man. I really think you could cut out like this is like the Dark Knight trilogy of presentations. I think you can cut this thing in half. Because even the G.I. Joe stuff, which was awesome, there's still a lot of like filler here and this and that, and like let's be cute and talk and have phony dialogue. Get all that stuff out. Just get into like everything. I would say cut it down. It'll make it a lot more exciting. But yeah, G.I. Joe Pulse for me.
Yep. Awesome. John,
right
your final thoughts.
I think it was a okay showing this weekend. I do want to hit on something yesterday that we didn't mention.
Okay.
That Megazord, the Mighty Morphin Megazord, right? When before they brought that out, they said this is the biggest Megazord we've ever done, and they carried it out. And I'm like, have you seen the Megazords you've done? This is it's almost 12 inches, really. Oh Jesus. I thought that you were going to get your Panache Place style Megazord because they like ramped up the size.
Yep.
And then they pulled it out.
Wow.
And it was ridiculous. But anyway, that's a major complaint for me that I forgot about yesterday. But G.I. Joe stole the show. Absolutely.
They really did. Before this, it wasn't even revealed, but the Proton Pack was like, oh my God, it's amazing. We knew the Rancor was coming, so that's not a big reveal. But yeah, G.I. Joe, hands down, killed it. They absolutely killed it. The Tan's still here, stumping for Sky Striker. Back your Sky Strikers. Unfortunately, there's a limit of 5.
Well, you got to customize them, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can do a Night Force version.
Oh yeah, it could be so many things.
You can chrome it out and do a Sky Patrol. Absolutely.
Yeah. There you
go. Riley Bob, G.I. Joe good, but Cobb Vanth from yesterday, Chef's Kiss. Damn. Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. I still haven't recovered.
That thing sold out pretty fast too. I think you can still get it on Big Bad Toy Store though. So I'm not too worried. I didn't pre-order it. I figured I would find it, but you know what I do want? When is did they say when I don't remember his name from Mandalorian, but the Bill Burr one, like did they say when that one is going up? Because I will get that one.
That's a good question.
I don't think they mentioned it.
I'm trying to. It was in their post. It was in their social media post. I know that. Because like the fact you get a Timothy Oliphant and a Bill Burr figure,
right.
is just too good to pass up.
I'm in on a Bill Burr figure.
Hold on, let's see if we can pull it up here. Where is he? Was he? Yeah, here it is. Okay, summer 2022.
Okay, all right, interesting. Okay,
Miggs Mayfield.
What's his name?
Miggs Mayfield.
Miggs Mayfield. Okay. All right, sure. It's always going to be the Bill Burr Star Wars figure to me.
It's Bill Burr. Nick
the wicked sharpshooter from Boston.
The wicked sharpshooter.
John, you are from there. Let's hear it again.
It's the wicked sharpshooter from Boston.
There it is.
Well done, sir.
Let's see. Rondo Lorian. I love that. Hopefully, Sky Striker comes with better quality stickers than his tanks. Agreed. It should have premium quality there. Seeing the stickers had me a little bit apprehensive, so totally feel you there. Mecha Manblade. Hasbro had me an O-ring. There you go. Put a ring on it. An O-ring.
I think you wrote their new campaign for them, by the way. So,
let's see. They do not now pre-order that. Yeah, I guess because I think summer 22 they'll probably do it when it's closer to.
Sure.
And Scotty Don't agrees with our thoughts our previous show. Megazord should have been a Haslab. They should just have given every property a Haslab, and it could have been the Haslab Hunger Games. Oh my God!
Haslab Hunger Games.
Ooh,
it's a good point.
How much can you spend? There's also this weird thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. No, there's also this weird thing now where because of what happened with the sail barge and the Sentinel, there is this fear of missing out that if I don't get the Sentinel, if I don't get Galactus, I'm going to pay double for it. So, but I also feel that in the same vein, there's a whole flipper mentality where it's like, oh, look at what happened with the sail barge and the Sentinel. I'm just going to get, 5 of these and I'll make, I'll make bank on them. So I think that a lot of people that are doing that are going to be in for a rude awakening once, those things flip, because it's like that Spirit of Splinter that NECA put out. It was they flipped well because it was kind of before it was under the radar. But now that everybody knows, I don't think you're going to get rich off of the Haslab flip. So
you have to. You're after the wave has already happened.
Yeah, the wave has happened. Yeah, people are not stupid. It's like the guy who's buying 5 Galactuses. I mean, you'll probably make something, but I don't know. It's not going to be the cash cow that you think it's going to be.
It might be like $100. It's not
$100 over. You're saying $100 like over what? Yeah, like that's what you might make. Yeah, exactly.
It's not worth spending that money to make $100.
No, not for something that big. It's going to cost shipping. It's going to
Mr. Ozone, I only regret not getting the Sentinel. Who knows if they will ever redo it? I feel like they will.
I think they will at some point.
You have that tooling. And when I take away my name, you can see it there. There it is.
They will, but modify it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be different. Yeah. But God, if they do like an animated one with the cell shading, I'm gonna be ticked.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know how this new cell shading does for them. I really don't know. It's tough. Like I'm obsessed with the 90s cartoon. There's a lot of people that are. Yeah. But what does that mean in the big picture? Because then I look at figures like Null and I'm like, I don't have any connection to this guy, and I guarantee he'll sell like crazy. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that's a good point. One last question for you, Near, before I think we mentioned we would bring it up with you today. I'm going to find a picture of it real quick. If I can find it quickly, let's see how quickly I can find it. Here it is. Okay. What's your, I think I'm pretty sure you already did a video on this if I'm remembering correctly, but thoughts on the Frankenstein?
Oh man, the Frankenstein rap. I'm all in. All chips in, baby, on this on this Universal. I'm a giant Universal monster guy. I grew up with those movies. I grew up with like Hammer movies. Like there was like the channel in Florida that would just show all the Universal, monster movies, and then the Van Helsing and drag. So when I saw this, I was like, the thing that I like about this is there's creativity that's put into this. To me, and I did a video on this, I was like, this is how you do a crossover. Take the Playmates crossover that they did, where it's like Cobra Kai versus the Ninja Turtles, literally finding 7-year-old figures, putting some cheap gi on it, and then don't even get me started on the sculpts of the Cobra Kai. I take a lot of shots at NECA, but this is what NECA does well. When they just put creativity into their stuff. I mean, just this is like a piece of art. This is not like your standard crossover. Find me a crossover that's as well put together as this one. Just even the size. I'm geeking out now because you asked me, but like even the size, how they have. Look at how you have the lightning bolt, but they have like the little the little receptors with the little that's directly. Right? Yeah, it's like directly out of the movie and the dials and this and that. So yeah, I know it's hokey. I know it's like, it's a Frankenstein Raphael, but I love Halloween. I love the Universal monsters. I love Ninja Turtles. This ticks like 3 boxes for me, and it's creative. And I'm very, very I'm eager to see what else they do. This, as long as it's not a cheap cash in, because guys, I mean, I feel like we can all smell that at this point, where it's like you are just trying to get one over on us with other tooling. This is like an artist put this together, and there's love put into it. And I think as long as we sense that, I'll it'll be harder for me to say no. So that's my thoughts on this. I'm for now, I'm all in on this line.
And Nick Dillinger brings a good point. The fact that James Groman, aka Mr. Madball, designed it made me so happy.
See, I wish I knew the names. I don't know. You know, like is he one of the bigger designers? I don't. I'm so dumb, by the way, in terms of like in terms of the.
I go.
In terms of who's doing what.
He does a lot of vinyl stuff.
Oh, okay.
His kaijus and monsters are amazing.
Here's one.
He did the
thing.
Wow. Okay. So he's
legit.
He's next level.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, this is definitely like a piece of art. So I think this is one that
Lord's work for sure.
Yeah, look at that. Scroll up. He did that. Sorry. He did that Batman. I always thought if you go that like Batman, I always thought that was an interesting piece of art. I don't know what that's from, but I always thought that was cool. I didn't realize he did it.
I think it's just a one-off line.
Oh, okay. Dude, but like, and I'm just thinking about, somebody said Wolfman, Invisible Man. Like you could really get, because I was afraid of it when they first announced it. I was like, this might be some. You never know with these crossovers.
Yeah, it's true. And for me, I think I'm still a pass on. I agree with all your sentiments, but for me, I really want I want the Playmates one recreated, which I know is like, I don't know. That's probably the lame take here. This is something new. It does look amazing. It's great sculpting. I just don't have room for it.
But you're gonna get that though, Jay. You're gonna get it in the.
I'm gonna buy it.
No, meaning you're gonna get the Super 7 one because their Dominion is the Playmates.
Yep, you're right.
So they'll have that absolutely, because I mean they're already showing, flexing their variants with the Samurai Leo and the Surfboard Mikey. So there is no way they don't do the Playmates side crossovers.
And then, John, real quick, your take on this. Well, you're a big Universal Monster fan as well.
Yeah, I agree with everything, but I'm not going to get it. I need to wait for Super 7. Mm-hmm. It's just,
that's valid.
Limited space. It's one or the other.
For me, I don't have so much space.
When it comes to NECA, I want their Universal Monsters. I already got the Frankenstein. I'm waiting for everyone else. I prefer those for my monsters. For my turtle monsters, I got to go Super 7 and wait it out.
It's fair. Jason Woods, I have the Invisible Leo.
Oh, I see what you did, Jason. You funny guy. I think the theme is we all need more space. I think that's the takeaway. Okay,
that's fair.
So maybe I'll start looking into like ceiling. I saw a guy that had he did a display where he just kind of like lined up action figures on like those baseball it's like cases you use for baseball bats.
Yeah.
But they were action figures laying down. I got to find the picture, laying down on his ceiling, and it was great. It looked great, but I was like, that's the new level when you run out of spaces. You start looking at your ceiling for what you could do.
I feel like that's when I know the problem is escaped the realm of managed.
Right.
Oh my God. Mad Hatter should Haslab a bigger house. There you go.
I really should. I think I could get to a good stretch goal too. I'll give you guys my little flipper bot. That'll be one of the stretch goals.
There you go. Hit
18,000, you get one of these. I'll make it happen.
And Scotty don't. It's amazing how NECA and Super 7 are putting out crazy, amazing product, even through the hurdles that Nick Playmates puts them through. While Playmates is making TMNT Cobra Kai. It's so bad.
It really is. Playmates is like that little brother who his brothers are doing cool stuff and he just kind of wants to fight. It's like, just stop. You're embarrassing yourself with these Cobra Kai. These are for adult collectors. Adult collectors are not going to fall for this. This is stuff you give to. That Cobra Kai pack was an abomination. That's something you give to kids that don't differentiate. This is you don't put that out.
Yeah, it's so bad. And the thing is, like, it's not little brother. Like, Playmates is the OG. It's master license holder. It's like it's the older brother that's like a
I know. Yeah, you're right. But they're just chasing heat. They're like NECA and Super 7 are generating heat. We got to get in on that heat. Cobra Kai. Come on.
It's that meme with the guy behind the tree. I need some of that.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God. All right. That's enough. We've been talking way too long. near Mad Hatter. You are a joy, a treasure.
Thank you, sir.
Should be checked out and adored by all. Is your YouTube link? Is it youtube.com/Mad Hatter? Do you have like the subtitle thing?
Oh boy, I'm so bad at this that I don't even know. But yeah.
If you, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. I'm going to show you on screen. This is how much I enjoy your channel. So you go to youtube.com like that, and then you put in Mad Hatter, but not just Mad Hatter Reviews.
Right. We don't want to get all these like Mad Hatter cooking show or any of that stuff.
It right here.
Mad Hatter Reviews.
And then we'll click subscribe right there. Boom.
That's
how
you go.
you do it.
Guys, everybody in the chat, did you follow that? Because that's
just did it in real time. That's how you do it. And
thank you, Jay. Jay's going the extra mile. I love that.
And just so you know, unsubscribe and resubscribe for this bit, so don't feel bad. But anywho, hashtag make Hatter come back. Agreed.
Yes.
And Alden, what do you expect perhaps with PulseCon from PR to Power Rangers to Transformers? I don't know.
What do you expect from Hasbro PulseCon from Power Rangers to Transformers?
Well, they did it yesterday. They kind of.
Yeah. They soiled the bed. I think, on both of those. I almost cursed, but yes, it was none of it was memorable.
No,
you missed nothing. You missed nothing.
All right. Well, let's see. You mean you're not sub? No, I was. That's
of course he was.
I have my personal YouTube account.
Come on.
That was the only one. And I unsub on that one to do this. Evil Villain always been subscribed. Exactly.
Evil Villain. That's a friend of mine. I talk to him all the time. He's in the know, as they say, about.
I thought Evil Villain was my friend. Oh.
Well, you know.
Oh.
I think we're gonna have to talk off camera.
All right. Well, that is it for this episode of Toy Geeks. Again, thank you to Mad Hatter joining us on the last day of Hasbro PulseCon, and hopefully can have you back again.
For sure. Thank you guys. Jay and John, you guys are gentlemen. I do love talking to you. This is a lot of fun. Thank you very much for the invite.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Just one again. So putting out some of my favorite content. John and I all the time is like, "Do you see the latest pre-order videos?" Like,
I know. What do you mean? He did it already?
And classified flag. Yeah, that would be a house. It just wouldn't work. There we go. Storm Games. We got a sub. Yes, there we go.
Good job. Checks in the mail.
And no Toy Geeks tomorrow because we've done 3 shows in 3 days. We need a break.
Yeah, you've been working. You've been putting in the time.
Yeah.
What are we going to do for next week? Because it's Halloween.
Oh, you're right.
Next Sunday is Halloween. We might have to move it. Halloween's going to be tough.
Halloween is going to be tough. Just be on the lookout for the channel. Hit subscribe and the bell icon to be notified. Maybe good Monday. I don't know. It's a good point, Sean. I forgot Halloween's on Sunday. We'll figure it out. We probably should have figured that before. But anyway, thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you everybody that's been hanging out with us. Thank you again, Mad Hatter. Thank you all to our friends that come every single week. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.